Singing terminology can be tricky, especially when it comes to vocal registers, because there are just so many different names for different vocal registers involved that it can be a little bit confusing at times. In this video, I'm going to break down vocal registers and share my take on how to classify them. Hopefully, it helps you make sense of the vocal registers in a way that works for you. What is a vocal register? A vocal register is a specific range of notes in your voice, each with unique sound qualities and specific muscle coordination within your voice box or larynx. When we sing, we use different vocal registers to create different vocal tones. Learning to use different vocal registers helps us become more versatile and use our voice to its full potential. Today we're going to look at 5 vocal registers from the lowest to the highest. Let's start with the lowest vocal register, which is fry or pulse register. This register produces a distinct creaky kind of sound like that. To find your fry register, I need you to do a siren as low as you can go. Eventually, you'll hit a point where your voice produces a crackling kind of popping sound. That's your fry register. Let's try it together. So, a siren. Ooh, do you hear that? That's your fry register. It's commonly used as an effect in your singing, adding a little texture to your voice. If you watched my lesson on how to sing Easy on Me by Adele, we talked about fry quite a lot there. For example, when Adele sings, "In these waters," there's a little fry waters. That's a good example of using fry register in your singing. Next, let's talk about chest voice. Chest voice is basically your speaking voice. So right now I'm speaking using my chest voice, and chest voice is possibly the most commonly used vocal register among singers. Some singers also divide chest voice into a lower chest voice and higher chest voice because the sound actually differs a little depending on the pitch. So let's say here I am on the lower part of my chest voice, but there I'm in the higher part of my chest voice. Do you hear the difference? But both of these examples, the lower one and the higher one, were both sung on chest voice. Chest voice is also often associated with belting, where we take our voice higher to create a powerful cut-through kind of tone. For example, in the lesson on how to sing Million Reasons by Lady Gaga, we looked at belting in the chorus on chest voice. That was a chest voice belt, which was "I bow down to pray." And that is a good example of a cut-through kind of powerful belt on chest voice. For your reference, my chest voice range, my usable chest voice range, is from E3 to D5 currently. It might change, and it varies from singer to singer. Let me know what your chest voice range is in the comments below. Now let's move on to mixed voice. Mixed voice sits in between your chest voice and your head voice. Mixed voice has the strength of chest voice and the brightness of head voice in it. So it basically has the best of both worlds, the best of both registers. It mixes those sound qualities into one, which is why it's called mixed voice. The easiest way to find your mixed voice, in my opinion, is to go from your head voice on a meow sound, for example, and then slowly move your sound into your mixed voice. Meow, 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 which is your head voice. And then from there, we're gonna move your sound forward, 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 forward. Mixed voice has forward placement and it's really bright. It's right here. It will feel right here. So, meow, 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 meow. Did you hear that? Did you hear that change in power? Yeah? Try this again. Meow, head voice, meow, 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 meow. Mixed voice. Do you hear that difference? It's got power of chest voice and brightness of head voice. And this is exactly what mixed voice is. Try this meow exercise for me. Or if meowing doesn't work for you, you can try a sound like way, the same way I showed you in this lesson right here. Have a look. If you're not sure how to get the mixed voice going, try on a way, way, way for me. Way, 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 way. Way from falsetto into the head voice into the mixed. Way, 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 way. Many singers use mixed voice for belting too. You may have heard terms like chesty mixed or heady mixed to describe the balance leaning more towards chest voice or head voice, respectively. While mixed voice is often associated with higher notes, it doesn't actually have to start at a specific higher pitch, depending on a specific song or an exercise you're practicing. For me personally, my usable mixed voice range spans from A4 to E5, but again, like with any register, this will vary for each singer. Let's move on to head voice and falsetto. Did you notice how I've put head voice and falsetto as one register? Let me explain. Head voice and falsetto are often described as separate registers, but I personally think it's helpful to think of them as part of the same spectrum. And why would that be? Well, they both occur in the same higher range and share similar characteristics, with the main difference being that falsetto has a lighter, breathier sound, while head voice is fuller and more connected. When listening to a song, the difference can be subtle, so I think instead of separating them entirely, it makes more sense to think of falsetto as a lighter, breathier version of head voice. Hence why I personally put them as one register. Let's find our head voice and falsetto. So, for example, woo is head voice, woo is falsetto, woo! Fuller, more connected head voice. Woo! Breathier, lighter falsetto, but the pitch is the same. Let me give you a song example as well. A while back, I did a lesson on how to sing Please, Please, Please by Sabrina Carpenter. And we did a lot of falsetto work there. Let's use the chorus of the song as an example. When Sabrina sings, oh, please, 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 that's falsetto. Do you hear how light and breathy it is? However, you could also sing it on head voice and it will be as nice. You could do, please, please, please. It's just a bit fuller, louder, more connected kind of sound. So I personally use head voice and falsetto interchangeably. It really helped me understand things better and not overcomplicate them in the beginning of my singing journey, and I hope this helps you too. Let's talk about whistle register, the highest vocal register. It's known for producing a piercing kind of sound, often used as a dramatic effect in singing. Let me give you an example. Singers like Mariah Carey and Ariana Grande are famous for their use of the whistle register. Mariah Carey has made it her signature technique. Check out a song called Emotions and you'll hear what I'm talking about. Ariana Grande uses it in songs like Imagine to add a little dramatic touch to her singing. So we looked at fry or pulse vocal register, chest voice, mixed voice, head voice and falsetto, and whistle today. 5 vocal registers. I hope this breakdown of vocal registers helps you get a better understanding of your voice and how it works. Watch any of these videos next to learn more about your voice, and don't forget to subscribe to Sing It to the World for more videos. I'll see you next time.